You're often alone. You've noticed the phone rings less. The invites stop coming. You wonder, is something wrong with me? But what if I told you that the absence of friends might not be a sign of failure, but a reflection of something deeper, something powerful? In the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, the true measure of a person isn't how many friends they have, but how they handle solitude. In today's video, we're going to why the Stoics believe that fewer friends, sometimes even no friends, could be a sign of strength, wisdom, and self-sufficiency. Welcome to the channel where we dive deep into Stoic philosophy to find peace and meaning in our modern world. Let's challenge the common narrative and reframe what it truly means to live without friends. 1. What does friendship mean in Stoicism? Let's start with the Stoic definition of friendship. To the Stoics, friendships weren't based on common interests, hobbies, or social status. Instead, they were based on virtue, on moral alignment, and the pursuit of wisdom. This is an important distinction. Imagine this. You have 10 people in your life who are close to you. But if none of them helps you become a better person, none of them encourages you to grow in virtue, what do those friendships truly mean? To the Stoics, they're meaningless. The Stoics were selective about their relationships. They didn't seek validation from others. Friendship wasn't about quantity, but quality. One meaningful friendship rooted in virtue was more valuable than dozens of casual acquaintances. Let's look at Marcus Aurelius' perspective. 2. Marcus Aurelius on solitude and self-sufficiency. Narrator Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, often wrote about solitude. Despite being surrounded by advisors, soldiers, and courtiers, Marcus spent much of his time in reflective isolation. In his Meditations, he writes, "A man must stand erect, not be kept erect by others." This quote highlights the Stoic ideal of self-sufficiency. A virtuous person doesn't rely on others for their sense of worth or direction. Marcus believed that each of us must stand on our own, emotionally and mentally. But here's the thing. Marcus was a ruler. He had plenty of people around him. Yet he felt the need to cultivate inner peace and independence. If the Emperor of Rome, with all his responsibilities and connections, still emphasized the importance of solitude and self-reliance, what does that say about us? 3rd, Seneca on quality over quantity. Next, let's turn to another famous Stoic, Seneca. Seneca, a statesman and philosopher, also had a lot to say about friendship. But like Marcus, he focused on the quality of friendships, not the number. In one of his letters, he advises us to associate with people who make a better man of you. Notice how he doesn't say, associate with people who make you feel good, or associate with people who are fun to be around. Seneca was laser-focused on the moral improvement of the individual. If you find that you have fewer friends than others, ask yourself, are the people in my life contributing to my growth as a person? If the answer is no, then perhaps your limited social circle is not a bad thing after all. Maybe it's a sign that you've been more selective, that you've chosen to surround yourself only with those who encourage your growth. 4 practical takeaways. Cultivating inner peace. At this point, you might be asking yourself, what should I do if I don't have many friends? First, embrace the Stoic principle of self-reliance. You don't need external validation to feel whole. Focus on your own development, your wisdom, your character, and your pursuit of virtue. Here are a few practices you can incorporate into your life. 1. Daily reflection. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts and actions. 2. Gratitude for solitude. Instead of seeing solitude as something to fear, view it as an opportunity for personal growth. Spend time in nature, journal, or meditate on your own life and what truly matters. 3. Be selective about friendships. If you do have the opportunity to form friendships, choose wisely. Look for people who share your values and challenge you to become a better version of yourself. 5th story of Epictetus. the value of virtuous companionship. Another key Stoic, Epictetus, who started life as a slave, understood the importance of inner resilience and independence. He taught that it is better to be alone than in poor company. He famously said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This applies to friendships as well. A person rich in friendships that are shallow or misaligned
But a person
with
with few
virtue
wants,
in fact,
few
friends
impoverished.
perhaps, but high-quality ones, is truly wealthy in spirit. Let's pause here and think about your own friendships. Are they adding value to your life, or are they
6.
draining your energy? How to apply Stoicism when feeling lonely. Feeling lonely is a natural human experience. Even the Stoics acknowledge that we are social creatures. But Stoicism helps us reframe loneliness. Instead of seeing it as something negative, Stoicism asks us to see it as an opportunity to strengthen our inner self. If you're feeling lonely, consider these exercises. 1. Journaling. Reflect on your feelings and ask yourself whether your loneliness is due to a lack of virtue in your relationships. Remind yourself that solitude doesn't equal emptiness. Stoicism teaches us that being alone gives us the space to grow, to become more aligned with our principles. 3. Focus on service. One way to combat loneliness is by focusing on serving others. This doesn't mean seeking friendships out of need, but rather giving without expectation. This practice is a way of living in harmony with nature and virtue. 7. Conclusion. Embracing Stoic friendship and solitude. Narrator. In conclusion, Stoicism teaches us that a lack of friends is not inherently a sign of failure. Rather, it can be an indication of a deeper commitment to virtue, wisdom, and self-sufficiency. The Stoics valued friendships, but they valued the right kind of friendships, those rooted in moral excellence. So the next time you find yourself alone or with few friends, ask yourself,
Am I living according to my values? Am I choosing quality over quantity in my relationships? In the end, the Stoic way is about inner peace and virtue. Whether you have one true friend or none at all, it's your commitment to living a virtuous life that truly defines your character. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deeper dive into Stoicism and friendship, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on Stoic philosophy and its practical applications. Next time, stay grounded, stay strong, and keep pursuing wisdom.